Hey guys, what a sunny day today. But anyways, we're now here at Sentul for a new episode. We're now checking out Vox. Let's go. We are now at Sentul. So Sentul has been a hot topic recently with a lot of developers launching their projects around here. That speaks for the demand, especially you are so close to the city centre. The KL city centre is just a short drive around. And then what speaks to the demand is also the amount of schools around this area. So let's go to the map. The nearest school we have here is Pingming. It's just 200 meters from the project. So a short walk here, you do not have to drive, you can just walk your kid to school. And then going down along Jalan Sentul Pasar, you see a lot of schools around. And then if let's say you have your grandparents that like to go Pasar, you also have Sentul Pasar. And then nearby there's also shop houses, and then also Sentul Point, if let's say you want to get some lunch and so on. Okay, moving here, this is Jalan Kampung Bandar Dalam. This one is a very crucial road because it links you to Duke Highway. I think if let's say you want to go to work in the KL city centre, PJ, Taman Sara, you will use this road a lot. Okay, from here you can see Jalan Sentul Pasar. It goes down all the way to KL. So usually this road is very traffic jam like this. You can see there's a lot of schools around. And then from this road, you can access to Titiwanga, and from the same road, Jalan Terasa, it goes to KLCC. But if let's say all this jam is an inconvenience to you, there's also from Vox Residence, they also provide a shuttle van service that goes to the nearest MRT stop, Sentul Barat. And then if that's not enough for you, there's also Go KL services, there's also Rep KL services that can bring you conveniency in this area. So now let's check out the model. Okay, so now this is a scale model. For this project, you can see something special is there's only one block. So there's no block B, block A, just block 1. There's one block. There will be 14 units per floor, and then it's serviced by 5 lifts. In total, this unit compared to other developments in the area, this is very low dense. The total units here are 587. So you do not have to worry about density in this project itself. It's in 2.24 acres of land. And then other than that, it's a very family oriented. And then other thing is this is a freehold, fully residential titled condominium. So there's no commercial, there's no shopping mall at the ground floor. Okay, there's a hole here. The hole here. Anyways, here you can see this is the entrance. And then, as you can see on the circulation part, is a one-way road all around the project. And then in this road, there are a few entrances going to the car park. One is there. That should be the LG floor. And then from the left side, there's also from GA and also GB. And then it goes all around until here, which is the drop-off point. And then after that, we'll be exiting to the entrance. Okay, going up. So 7 floors here will be the car park. And then on the 8th floor, this will be the facilities floor. 8th floor facilities. As you can see on the left here, this is the infinity pool. 40 meters lap pool. And then this is the kids play pool with also a bio pond there. And also a lot of water features. It gives the relaxing, the kind of a mini water park kind of feeling. Okay, here this will be the gym, around 2,000 plus square feet. And then this will be the lift lobby. And then the multi-purpose hall. This will be facilities on the ground floor. So all these facilities right here. Notable ones are this hidden garden. This hidden garden, it's at the back of the facility. So the team says that this will be best like for picnic, or you like to have a nice chill area. And then one thing is this is the jogging path that surrounds the entire project. Cool. This is the golf simulator, something interesting. And then an AV room, like a mini theater, like you can bring your own movies and broadcast it, and then you can enjoy it with your own family. One thing we saw also, healthcare room. So they will find an operator to, like, let's say have set up a clinic here, let's say you have a fever and stuff, you can just go down to the facilities floor. And then also cafe, groceries. You kind of don't need to leave your, if let's say the grocery moves in, you kind of don't need to leave your condo already. Okay, this will be the sky rooftop. It's very similar to the project Bennington that we went to, but the difference will be, you see the herbs garden will be at the top floor, so all the chilies or the pandan you can take from here. And then E would be the BBQ area. BBQ area, this is the lawn, but also this is all the views, like these are all the chilling areas for the views of the KL city skyline from here. Something interesting, this one is this is from the other project they also have it. This is a live apartment, so it's like a mini apartment that you can rent. You can book this place and then you can bring your friends, you can bring your family, and then bring like a private chef to like cook here. And then is exactly what the name implies, that it's like a live apartment. It's an apartment unit of itself, and then you can fit around 30 people in there. So pretty cool. Okay, for the views of this project, from where I'm facing now, this is north, and then going from this side, the northeast side, this will be Genting, the compact view, and then from this side, here you'll be looking at the KLCC view, or the KL Tower TRX. It has a really nice unblocked views. Okay, this is the floor plan. So as mentioned, this is 14 units per floor. It's a double loaded corridor, which means there's 2 units on each side of the corridor. It's serviced by 5 lifts, and then just 1 main corridor. And then on the sides are the emergency exits, the emergency staircase lah. And then there's 4 types. The smallest ranging 667 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, to the biggest at here, 947 square feet, 3 bed, 2 bath. Okay, before we head to the show unit, let's check out our layouts. So as mentioned just now, this is the smallest layout, type A, 667 square feet with 2 beds, 2 baths, until to the biggest one, it will be at type C, 947. But they don't have show unit for this, sadly. So we can look at type A, but also looking at type B as well. And then for the car park orientation of it, let's go back to type A. So type A, they give either single, tandem, or also side-by-side car park. While the bigger units, they give side-by-side 2 car parks as standard lah. Very interesting by the developer is that they show the whole map of the parking layout. So you can see which parking is the tandem parking, which is single parking, and which parking has lockers. So some car parks here, they provide lockers for you to put like your bikes or some storage for your car park. So it's very interesting. And not just that, there's also like some provisions that you show that there's the brake tank. So that's very kind. So for this, you can clearly see that which car park you can choose which unit gives you which car park. Okay, so now this is the unit, the smallest type, the type A, 2 bed, 2 bath. Let's go. Okay, going in, this is a fire rated door, and wow, this is a fingerprint. This is a smart lock, which also you can put card and also touchpad. And then I see this, I think this is a, let me move the stopper. I don't know how to use, but this is a camera. You can see our cameraman's hand there. Very good. So you do not have to put like a door eye hole here. You can just see through the camera any peeping Tom, any thieves around here. Aye. Okay, going in, you can see this is the living and dining. And then what you can see here, 90% of the furnishing here is exactly what you will get in your actual unit. So the 10% is all the ID and also furnishing that is for the show gallery usage. But like things like the fridge, the hood and hob, the sink, the washer and dryer, all this kitchen cabinet, all that, this one is all given by the developer already. Even the dining table, you can see here, not the plates, all that lah, that one you have to buy at IKEA yourself. But here, 3-seater sofa, all these tables, I think it's quite nice already. Even this, smart TV. Not a lot of developers will give a smart TV. So it's really, once you move in, let's say you're going for own stay, best, you don't need to do much. Or let's say you want to rent out investment unit, this one also quite nice already. You don't need to do anything, you can start renting out. Just say fully furnished. Very good. Okay, all units here have a balcony, and then the type A one, this is facing into Genting. This is the KLCC view lah, but you can imagine that this is facing into Genting. Okay, you can see, let's test the soundproofing of this unit. This is the door open. As you can see, the hustle bustle of the nearby road and also all the city sounds. Now let's go in. Wow, straight away quiet. And then you can see there's a little bit of tinting, so heat is not coming in here. If let's say you're in the show unit, you will feel it. The aircon is not on like full blast, we feel cold, but once we got out, what the heck? And then you can still feel the heat coming in. So you can see from my hand here, you can see a little bit of tinting here. Okay? And then AC ledge is also on the side. It's a room by itself lah, so your abang all will be safe for servicing your aircon. Okay. Hi, welcome to bedroom 2. So bedroom 2, you can see you can fit a cameraman inside the cupboard. So let's close this back. This one has an auto light around here. So this cabinet is given. And then here you can see that it can comfortably fit a queen size bed. So all rooms here can comfortably fit a queen size bed. Okay, so this is the master bedroom. This is the ensuite bathroom. So here, everything, all the fittings here are provided. And then also all this nice wall, all the tiling, even this shower screen, all these are provided. And also a built-in water heater. Good. Now we go into the master bedroom. Master bedroom, the switches are at a friendly length. You can see very huge space here while giving you a white-out curtain. Oh, as I mentioned just now at the living room, they also give you a white-out curtain. So really, you can just come in, can move in already. Very big space for you to walk around. Even without queen, what's the bigger size? The king, queen. King size. Even king size are also enough for you to rest. Okay, one more thing here is also the cabinet. From here onwards, this cabinet is provided. So the table here, you don't need a thing lah. The table here don't have. But enough already lah. Table you go IKEA buy lah. Okay, I think that should be all for type A. Oh yeah, there's the shared bathroom. So this is shared with your guests, and very similarly in the master ensuite bathroom, it's everything is provided. And then there's also a little compartment here to put all your soaps. Nice. And then also a built-in water heater. And then here, because there's no window, they will give a mechanical ventilation on the top. Okay. Oh, I think not much to say. Let's go to type B. So this is the hole that I was playing just now. So you can see type B, B2, 839 square feet, 3 bed, 2 bath. Let's go. Same thing, fire rated door, and also with a smart lock. Okay, so this is type B, and then as you can see, it's much bigger than the type A one, but the living room size is actually just 10.5 feet, which is, for the type A, is 14 feet. So where does the size go? It goes into the big kitchen that we have here lah. So you can see the color tone, the theming of this unit. It uses a modern mid-century theme, and it gives a very nice, cozy feeling when you come home. So all this are provided by a developer. And then also, as usual, we will have to test the soft closing of this. Even the cabinet here. So when you close, it's all soft closing. The hood and hob, you can see the hood here is much different from the hood at the Type A. So this one uses a much more high power hood. Okay, I think it's very nice lah. It's once you move in, you can already just settle down, move your things in, then you can start living here already. Okay, we can go to the balcony. Okay, also for Type B, they have in width much longer balcony. You can see it stretches more to the railing here. So you can also do like your clothes drying, or you want to put some chairs here to enjoy, relax. And then you can see, for Type B, you can see the KL skyline. You can see some of a preview of the KL tower. And then also at the back there is all the KLCC and also the 118 tower. You can see the spiral on there. Very nice. And then also here, AC ledge. So they will be very safe for your abang to do your servicing for the aircon. Very nice. So let's talk about the side of this place since we are at the balcony, right? We can see at the front. So this front is actually the DBKL's Go KL EV charging. All the Go KL buses come here to do their charging. And then this is the road. As you can see, it's the road that goes into the Kampung Dalam. And then it's a single lane road there, but in future, they're thinking that it might be expanded, but it will depend on the government on that. On the front side, you will see that there's the temple. There's the temple, and then there is the SJKC, the Sentul Pasar. And then that's the main road of Jalan Sentul Pasar. On a Friday afternoon, you can see the action. You can see at this junction, a lot of cars going past by. And then we also noticed that there were a few buses, rapid KL buses that passes by here too. So that explains all the convenience and why this area is so much in demand. Okay, hi everyone. So this is bedroom 3. So bedroom 3, you can see that there is quite a lot of space for you to move around. And then here, you can comfortably build a queen size bed. But if let's say you don't need the queen size bed, you can change it in, but you have to change it yourself since they provide queen size for all bedrooms. And then from where I took the camera just now, this will be the cabinet that they give. So yeah, bedroom 3, not too bad. I can still walk around actually. So I can still walk around. But let me change it to another angle. Okay, as you can see, there's actually a very big space over here. Actually, all the pillows that you see, all these blankets, not the bed frame, so it's those loose ones. And also all the curtains that you see are all provided. But do double check with the sales team here so that you know that what you'll be getting in the unit. Okay, and then this will be the location of the aircon by Daikin. Okay, so right now we are at the site. So they are now already constructing this. From what I heard, they already constructed until the 7th floor. Very noisy sounds of construction. So from the scene here, you can see that there's a lot of traffic on this Jalan Sentul Pasar. So you can see that the traffic light, once it's turned green, you see how many cars are going into the Kampung Dalam. So you can see the sheer amount of demand in this area just from this short video clip alone. And then just opposite, you can see that there's Petronas.
So it'll be very easy if let's say you want to pump your petrol, it won't be too far lah. And then just opposite, there's also a temple, a Chinese temple over here. And then something that you can see that the sidewalks here are actually very wide, and there are traffic lights that you can cross, crosswalks that you can cross, so it can be quite safe for you to walk around here. Like I said, around 400 meters to the front, there will be Jalan SJKC Sentul Pasar. And then this road goes all the way to the end. It will go into the KL city center. And then this road here, the Kampung Dalam road, it will go into the Duke Highway. You notice that there's a lot of buses that passes by here. So we saw a few numbers like I think 170, 201, and then the free Go KL bus. I think it adds to the convenience for you to go to the LRT, you want to go to office, or you want to go enjoy leisure, all that, or I think no problem here. Okay, we are now at the entrance of the road. So you can see here, this is the Kampung Dalam road. So you can see there are still many low dens and also those rumah papan, those metal houses. That's why in future, we think that here it will be expanded. They will expand it here, probably they have to relocate the residents here. But this road will be expanded to be 2 roads. And then you can easily go all the way to Duke. And then over here, there's Sentul's very first condo, the Sri Swajaya condo. And then on the left here, this will be the entrance into the project. Okay, now on the right you can see now there's the M Centura and M Arisa, and then on the left you can see that's Sentul Point. So there's a lot of shops over here that you want to get a quick buy, you want to get some food, or even a nice meat mart, you can also come here as well. Okay, we are now along the road of Jalan Sentul Pasar, and then you can see on the right there's still empty land. But you can see that there's a lot more condos around here, and the density here is much more crazier. But yep, something I would do recommend you guys to drive around here. Okay, on your left here, that would be Vox. Okay, on your left is the Go KL charging center. Okay, there's the school already, the Jalan SJKC Sentul Pasar, the Pingming school. And then on the right, you can see there's those shop lots, shop houses. There's a lot coming up in this area, so I think this is a very exciting area that you guys can come to check out for. There should be a lot more projects coming out. There are still empty land, like just now we passed by along Jalan Sentul Pasar. Okay, the above bridge here, that is the Duke Highway. And then after this part, we are going into Jalan Sentul already. So you can see why this road is congestion. You can see on the left, people illegally park. The roads kind of change a bit left and right. That's why I would recommend, if you guys would stay here, would just use Duke Highway. Less trouble for you. Okay, so this comes a conclusion to this property review. So what do I like about this project? Number one is the freehold title, the low density, and also the fully residential title. Because around here, most of the projects here you see, it will be mixed development, so it will have like some kind of shopping mall, some kind of shop lots at the bottom of your condo. For here to be fully residential, that is very nice. And you can see that the developer didn't try to cram as much units around here, since the maximum amount of units here are 587. It's quite nice, at least you don't have another high dense project in the area. And then being the road that direct goes to Duke, just now when we drove around here, you can see that the congestion, even on Friday, on the afternoon, on the weekday, you can see there's a lot of cars that park on the side. And then you can imagine if the school is also around, then you can see a lot of school buses or parents dropping off their kids, picking up their kids, all that. So it adds up to the congestion why no one would use Jalan Sentul Pasar, or they would use but it would take some time to go to the city center. Might as well just use Duke. Save much more time on that. But some bad things about this project also is we saw a lot of buses around here, so that's very good. But there's no MRT, there's no LRT. The nearest LRT here, it should be the Sentul Timur. That one, I think it should be around 2+ km. So you need to drive or take the bus. And then other than that, for me, the unit here are quite small. But for them to give fully furnished is a nice touch. So the price of Vox will be around 700 per square feet. I like it here if let's say you want to do it as an investment project, especially since there's a lot of schools around here. So you can rent out to big families and so on. And then being close to the KL city center, not just KL city center, you're also near to the Sri Atamas Mont Kiara area and also the MeTech, the Dutamas area, where a lot of the government complexes are there, and also some of the expats are also staying around those kind of areas. I think that's all for today's episode. Then I'll be heading off to eat now. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.